The woman that you're staring at on your screen right now is City Councilwoman Ju'Coby Pittman from District 10 of Jacksonville, Florida, who is a Democrat. The reason that I want to highlight her today is because I want to give her all of the attention she wants and needs, and hopefully so much so to the point that her political career is finished. Now, what I want you to do is sit back and take a few minutes to watch this video of Ron DeSantis being booed in Jacksonville, Florida, as he attempts to speak at a candlelight vigil, which was dedicated to those slain by a white supremacist in a dollar store. Watch how, as Ron DeSantis is booed, to which Ju'Coby Pittman steps in and curses out her own constituents who are grieving for the losses in their community and expressing their grievances by booing a man who many can strongly argue is responsible for the white supremacist execution that took place by way of his numerous dog whistling tactics by passing a multitude of anti-black racist legislation, which signals to some white supremacists almost as if they are sleeper cells, activates a chip within them, you can say, which then leads to them carrying out heinous acts like what just took place in Jacksonville. Now let's watch as Miss Ju'Coby Pittman comes to the rescue of Ron DeSantis, once again, cursing out her own constituents who are grieving so that she can secure gifts for herself. Don't believe me? Well, let's watch and see.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is here. We're going to ask the governor if he would come now and bring remarks.
Well, thank you for doing this. I want to just say to the Councilwoman, I got you. Don't worry about it. We've already been looking to identify funds to be able to help, one, make sure there's adequate security for Edward Waters College. We are not going to allow these institutions to be targeted by people.
Okay, listen, y'all. Let me tell you, we finna put parties aside, cause it ain't about parties today. A bullet don't know a party, so don't get me started. Okay, Ju'Coby is nice, but Ann is not. Now, if the governor wanted to come here and he bringing gifts to my community, y'all know I'm taking the gifts.
You all know I'm taking the trinkets. If DeSantis is bringing trinkets with him, I'm taking the trinkets. I don't care what you all think. I don't care what you all who put me into office to defend and protect you think. I'm taking the trinkets from DeSantis. So shut up and let this man speak.
Because we've been through enough already, and I don't want to go through no more. Now, y'all just be quiet just a minute and let the governor say what he gonna say, and we gonna get this party started. You hear me? Okay, let's do it.
It always amazes me how black politicians love to speak to their black constituents as if they are mothers speaking to their children. You never see them have that type of energy for their non-black constituents when they speak to them. They're very humble. They're very meek. They would never speak to them in an aggravated, disrespectful tone. Yet when it comes to speaking to their black constituents, all of a sudden they're mommying you, speaking down to you as if you're their child who has stepped out of place. This is a constant with black politicians. Now let's take a moment to hear what Ron DeSantis actually had to say.
So we have already identified funds from the state of Florida. I've been in touch with Dr. Faison. We're going to be announcing some stuff tomorrow morning, which I think will help not only with security, but also an attempt to help these families. The fact of the matter is, you had a major league scumbag come from Clay County up here.
Not a white supremacist, a major league scumbag.
And what he did what he did is totally unacceptable in the state of Florida.
Shout out to the woman in the back who keeps screaming out he was a racist, because he was, something that Ron DeSantis refused to verbally acknowledge.
We are not going to let people be targeted based on their race.
Ron DeSantis literally on a regular basis passes legislation targeted against Black Americans based on their race. So it's very interesting that he would choose that statement to make just now.
We are going to stand up and we are going to do what we need to do to make sure that evil does not triumph in the state of Florida. And that means we are going to work with Edward Waters so that they have whatever security they need. In Florida, we've already given a lot of money to Jewish day schools because they've been targeted with anti-Semitism.
Oh, here we go. They always have to bring other groups into the mix, don't they? Every single time, even in death, Black Americans are not allowed to have their moment, ever.
Well, let me tell you this. You are not going to target HBCUs in the state of Florida and get away with it. We're going to hold you accountable. We're not going to let it happen. And we thank what everybody's done, TK, the mayor, and just know that the state of Florida stands with the community. Help is on the way. God bless you all.
Well, how are you going to hold the shooter accountable when he killed himself? He's gone already, so you can't hold him accountable. So then what does that mean? It means that Ron DeSantis is just talking nonsense. And the reason that he is so comfortable with standing up there in the middle of a hurting crowd who is grieving and feels comfortable enough to speak complete nonsensical gibberish to them, saying that he's going to hold everyone accountable, even though the one who carried out the act is dead, so you can't hold him accountable. The reason that he feels comfortable enough to do this and say foolishness like this is because of sellout politicians like Ju'Coby Pittman, who will come to the defense of Ron DeSantis, cursing out a grieving crowd so that she can get her gifts.
Now, if the governor wanted to come here and he bringing gifts to my community, y'all know I'm taking the gifts.
Once again, this woman is City Councilwoman Ju'Coby Pittman, coming out of District 10 of Jacksonville, Florida. After this video, her political career should be officially over. And with all that being said, that does it for today's video. So please make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification next to the subscribe button so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. All social media links will be pinned in the comment section below. I also have a Telegram group now, so if you have Telegram, make sure to hit the link in the description box below as well as pinned in the comment section to join my Telegram group. And also, please make sure you text tdhiphop to number 33222. That's tdhiphop to number 33222. That way you'll get a text notification whenever I release a new video, but it also serves as an insurance plan for myself, so in case YouTube ever gives me the axe, I'll be able to send you a direct link to where you can find me next. And last but certainly not least, for those of you who have a love and appreciation for the work that I put in on this channel, the #1 way you can show your support is through Patreon. For only $3 a month, that will help put me in position to take TD Hip Hop Media off of YouTube. Remember, the goal is not to grow big on YouTube, but to grow independent of YouTube. And for those of you who have issues with joining Patreon, you can also hit the join button that's next to the subscribe button, and that way you can become an official channel member for as little as $3 a month as well. And lastly, if you haven't already, please make sure you join the emailing list. There is no way that I can go independent of YouTube if I cannot take the audience with me. And the link to that will be pinned in the comment section as well. Thank you for your time, and until the next video, peace.